In about a couple of minutes here, we'll get going with the start of the stream. Invites are being sent out. Welcome along, everybody, to a bit of F2 action for URS. We are here today for round number 2 of the 4-round short season. And with that said, I'm your commentator, Ryan Ocon31. It's good to have everybody here. And for those of you joining for either the first time or in general, welcome along, welcome to the chat, and enjoy. So let's go over the previous week's race. At Britain, we had tons of action, whether it was good action, bad action, or chaos. We had it all, it seemed. And in the opening round, Joe's CFF1 took pole. Then in the sprint race, Chungus held on over Matty Mumu. Completing that podium was it Pluto? Pluto did complete the podium. Rowdy just short of one as well. Then in the feature race, Joseph F1 did a reverse strategy, allowing him to go hards to softs to take race victory number 1 and the points lead as well. On the podium was Matty and Jab. And a bit of controversy knocked Pluto off the podium after a collision with Chungus at the very start of the feature race that I had actually not caught. As for the standings, let's take a quick look at that. I have it pulled up here somewhere. So, we got Joseph F1 leading the championship. Second place, tied, is Matty and Jab, 6 points behind. Chungus, 8 points behind. And then Pluto rounding out the top 5, he is 11 points behind. In the Constructors' Championship, Carlin lead the way over Prema by 5 points. Campos, 6 points behind. Charoos were the only team not to pick up a point in the opening round. So yeah, there you go. Now we're just waiting on people who need invites. Those are your current standings. No penalties to be served. If you want to talk about, teammates and the constructors, last time we were at Monza, it was the both Red Bulls trying to work together to get a 1-2. Today, we'll see if any team works together to get a 1-2. And we'll have to go through qualifying first, of course. It is one-shot qualifying for those of you not aware of the format. A sprint race and a feature race. 11 laps and 15 laps. The same amount as Britain was. And we also have regular corner cutting for those of you not aware. Fixed setups. So really no adjustment to the setup at all. I think you only get adjustment to brake bias, which is in the race. That's the only thing you can adjust. Besides that, you're stuck on everything default. And we do have some first starts being made today. As of right now, we got Blonde the reserve driver making his first appearance in the league. He recently joined. And that is about it as right now. Reserve appearances would also include Thrasher. Thrasher making a return, this time as a reserve. So yeah, we'll get the invites sorted, and then we'll get back to action for the start of the race. Speaking of first starts, it looks like we're gonna have another first start today as well. How about Dark Raptor? How about Dark Raptor 44? I mean, maybe not first start in the league, but first start for F2, second start in the league, first rookie season for him, if it lets me add him as a friend. In the Season 1 France race, he did participate. He participated as a reserve, and I want to say that was in the Aston Martin? He was definitely in a slower car. And Season 1 France was the last time he was ever seen. He started a little bit earlier to start Season 3, and now he will be coming to the lobby just shortly. Will Chromac is joining, Com just joined, and we'll figure out what cars these reserves can go to. I'm not too sure who else will be joining besides Raptor. We got Goggle also on the lineup. Will be teammates with Maddie. Who else is here? ART. Who is driving the ART who needs an invite? It is DSM Yonder. Need to see if he's racing or not. Raptor needs another invite. Alright. Good thing I think I added him as a favorite. I did. Awesome. Surfy also mentioned he'd be a bit late. And Joseph, where is he gone? He's not in the lobby anymore. Huh. Well, that makes sense on why you couldn't see anybody in the Carlin. Well, that now makes complete sense. Oh, 2 people left the lobby? Alright, who left the lobby? Guggy did? And Joseph. Will is in the lobby? Teammates with Lando. Who's teammates with Lando? Sam Steed is. High-tech VAR or sure. Alright, the reserves have been let known what car they can go. Who lagged out of the lobby? That was Blue Goggy. Let's get him back in here. And for those of you joining us, qualifying will be getting underway in just a couple of moments. We've got to have people join the lobby much quicker. They did not sub the lobby late, I could tell you that, though. Alright. Let's see, Goggy, is he joining back? Alright. Blonde has gone high-tech. Thrasher can go a car. He's hopefully paying attention to reserve chat. Let me see. Who else is yet to join ART? Who's an ART? Rice Cracker. Rice Cracker. Where is he gone? Rice Cracker and Blue Goggy have both mysteriously gone away from the lobby. What's going on with these two? I've sent them both invites. Alright, Surfy needs an invite. Let's get him one. Alright, I'm not waiting for anybody after Surfy, so just gonna put that out the way. I don't know how Goggy and Rice both joined the lobby and then somehow left. That's a bit mysterious, weird. I was gonna say mysterious, it is, but I don't want to get into too much here. Either way, for those of you watching the stream, one-shot qualifying will get started soon. Thrasher has gone to the Van Emsfort car, being teammates with Rowdy TJ Boy. And Blonde has gone to the high-tech, being teammates with Lando. And Surfy has gone Carlin. We'll get going. No more waiting around. This is... No more waiting around is right. Can he go dams? Let's see. Yeah, he can go dams. If he wants to go dams, he can go dams. That is okay. And Blonde has switched to dams, being teammates with Chungus. So there you go. And Thrasher's now gone high-tech. A little last-minute changes by them. He'll be teammates with Lando. Lando needed a teammate, so he thought he'd bail on Rowdy there. Alright, here we go. One-shot qualifying about to start here. You have 2 reserves in the lobby. 15 full-time drivers. I don't know if Goggy or Rice will join back, but they can either join for the feature or not. That's up to them. So, second round of the F2 series. I can give a little bit of information regarding the off-season and into Season 4 for those of you on the stream. Oh, is it raining? Oh, it is for qualifying! We got some rain! Oh, boy. And Paulo got his lagged out of the session. Okay, well, that's not good. Let's get him an invite back. So, yeah, to answer what I was just about to say, I can give some information about Season 4. And about 2 weeks from now, 2 weeks from right now, you will see the Season 4 signups get released. Just saying. I'm not saying anything else besides that, but there you go. I will not say what tracks they are. I will not say what kind of tracks they are, but there you go. The schedule is also almost figured out. We have the 12 tracks, we just need to order them, which will take a little bit. Here we go. A wet qualifying in Monza for these drivers to tackle. Who will take 2 points for pole position? Right now you got Polo God at the top with both Tridents as well and Jab there to follow. Rowdy TJ Boy, he's thinking, I'm going to start at the back of the grid. Why not? This could be chaos in the turn 1. Pluto and Calm and Will all trading spots to try to get to the front of the field. You got Pluto out of the exit of turn 2, taking the lead for just a moment, but Polo God, who lagged out, had the lead, and now it's going to Jeb and Pluto and Maddie. They're the top 3. So as you get to the end of Sector 1, you're going to probably want to wonder, how much curb do I have to take? Do I want to take? And Jab will lead the way at the end of Sector 1, but Pluto takes it just back. Now Chungus, and a sandwich between the 2 championship contenders of Season 3 in the league. And Matty Joseph to follow in the top 5, and how about Blonde in his debut, 6th place. Then Lando Norris is retired from the session. He's had some sort of issues as we come to the end of Sector 2 for this qualifying session. Jab could lead another sector. But Sector 3, that can make the difference for our pole position, a 3-6 from Pluto. And now through Ascari, it is so tricky in the dry, make it even trickier in the wet. How about Jab right now leading the session? And all the way to Parabolica corner. He's going to lead the way. Can he lead the way off the final corner? You know, I can tell you right now, he's not too far out of Pluto. One mistake could definitely make the difference in this Prema. Jab, Pluto, then Chungus. Is it going to stay that way as we head to the line? Heading to the line for qualifying for Monza. It is complete. Jab at the top. He will take 2 extra points. With Pluto and Chungus close, following behind. Maddie and Joseph running out the top 5. Aaron Ocon sees the top 10 this time around in qualifying. And we will have the grid reversed for the sprint race. So we shall see who will be 10th, and we shall see who will be 1st. 10th place will be GSR Thrasher. He will start on reverse grid pole. Anyway, it is Jab and the Prema on top. Then Pluto, Chungus, Maddie, Joseph running at the top 5. Blonde in the Dams, making it 2 teams in the top 6 in his first start. Aaron Ocon, Will Chromac, Calm will be on the outside front row. Polo God also made a mistake. We saw him leading around turn 2, but he is down at 12th. Surfy also down there. He got disqualified from the session for some reason. As for Thrasher, 10th place. He will start on sprint race pole. So it'll be Thrasher, Calm, Will, Aaron, and I believe Blonde, 5th. So that'll be your top 5 for the sprint race, as we'll get the sprint race underway. Turn 1 usually seems like chaos, but luckily this time the chaos will be in the dry. Well, Blonde did not realize it was default setup for the F2 cars. Well, I did say the league, but I was just going to clarify that it is just for the F2. For those of you wondering. So fixed setups for F2 cars, and we shall get this action underway. Chat, give us your predictions for who you think will win the sprint race. The sprint race is 11 laps long, so not a lot of time to make up positions. If you're caught up in a crash, you got to hope for virtual safety car, a safety car, anything to neutralize the race. And we have everybody starting on the medium tires for this sprint event. I'm trying to refresh the stream, therefore I can be caught up with the same action you guys are on. And I am, hopefully, going to stay there. We'll take some favorites in just a moment, but, you know, turn 1 always seems chaos. You know, you have to brake at the very right moment. Thrasher starting on pole position. The last time he started on the front row of the grid was France Season 2. If you go all the way back to Season 1 of the league, that is the last time he started in grid slot number 1. So, let's see what Thrasher can do. I mean, this is a good position for him. In a lot of the open lobbies, he's very competitive in the F2 cars. He's got Lando as his teammate, so at least the high techs can do something. This time he's in the Marcus Armstrong high tech, so, you know, we'll see what happens for Thrasher. He's got to be careful about when he brakes because he has a hungry pack of cars behind him. Drivers who are slightly faster than him, maybe a little bit more faster than him, and more consistent, have opportunities to take everything away. I'm also going to go with Blonde in 5th. Blonde will be one of the favorites for this race. We'll have to watch out for. We'll have to watch if he can improve his position from 5th place. You know, 6/10 off in his first start, not too bad. Not too bad at all, actually, if you're going to talk about the fact that for him, he didn't know it was fixed setups. So there you go. As for Joseph F1, he's your points leader. He sits 6th. You can't count him out, especially with what happened with the reverse strategy in Silverstone. Never count him out. Chungus won our last sprint race in the Dams car. He's in the Iwasa car, the Iwasa Red Bull car. And as for Chungus, considering he won the sprint race last time, he was in 9th position. This time he's in 8th. You know, that midfield could be chaos. We'll have to watch if Chungus can avoid it. Pluto's pretty good enough 2 cars. You just can't count out Pluto. You know you can't. Same with Jab. Jab is always one to watch out for. Last sprint race, he did get taken out, so we'll watch out for him. And someone I'm also going to go with for outside the top 10 is Raptor, making his first F2 start, second start ever in the league. Not a lot of experience, but if he knows anything from watching these races and being in the previous race he was in, it is avoid the possible chaos that could happen on lap 1 and turn 1, because we will see a lot, without a doubt. Disqualifications from the session, but we're having the lights come on now for F2 sprint race at Monza. Here we go. Just waiting for the drivers to rev it up. Here we go. They rev it up. Here come the 5 lights. And we're lights out, and away we go for the F2 sprint, already off the line. Maddie is trying to gain some positions, and Pluto and Chungus trading spots already as well. But Thrasher will lead the hungry pack behind, which are 3 wide into turn 1. Side by side, Aaron, Will, and Com is getting squeezed in the middle. There's contact. They're beating and banging, and Will lead himself up to the 2nd spot with Com challenging alongside. Joseph and Maddie also going to go side by side, but they're all trying to challenge Thrasher for the lead. Will pushes Com out just a little bit. Now Will on the run to turn 4. Out Thrasher, can he take the lead already? Gonna go side by side already. Contact! Will gets sideways and luckily keeps it going. And Aaron gets a little squirrely in the back, allowing 3 wide between Pluto, Blonde, Joseph. They're all having a little bit of gaggle between these cars. And Aaron gonna get ahead, but he's gonna have Pluto for company. Pluto's gonna get ahead. Aaron trying to switch back. Can't do anything from it. Blonde losing places already. Joseph losing places. And Jab is stuck in 10th place, but they're all gonna go side by side behind. Glory and Fully gonna duck alongside. You have ahead of that. Aaron Ocon challenging Pluto. Aaron has to concede the place, but Pluto gets ahead. And a spin, a big pile up for Dark Raptor, Surfy, J&T, and Polo God. Both Tridents involved, Joseph involved, Lando involved. Already a crazy start, but here's Will down the inside of Parabolica. He will take the lead back as he tried to do a turn 4. Thrasher not going to give this one up, though. Lap 1 is led by Will, and here is Com and Maddie side by side for 3rd place. Will we got the lead? Going to be side by side as well into turn 1. You can't misjudge the braking. Thrasher's going to brake late, but try to get the advantage on Will. Clips the curb. Can't do anything from it. Stays behind. Maddie gets ahead Com, and Pluto is 2nd back. Now going to gain with that battling. Aaron Ocon and Blonde going to go side by side. Touching wheels. Chungus around the outside. 3 wide. Oh, they're off. There goes goes Blonde. There goes Chungus. Blonde into the barrier. A little bit of contact from Aaron all caused that. Whether it was his fault or not, I'm not sure. We got more crashes in the back. Side by side here between Follow God and Surfy, the two ex-teammates. Ahead of that jab, also trying to challenge Chungus and Aaron to try to catch the front of this pack, which is a 5-car breakaway. Yellow flags. We have a car around. That is Lando Norris. Dark Raptor's involved as well. Surfy and Polo gonna go side by side. How about Chungus and Aaron? And Chungus getting ahead. And now here comes Jab. Jab challenging Aaron. Around the outside. Into Parabolica. Ahead of that, we have teammates trading places. You can see Pluto and Calm, both teammates. Raptor, that is. Raptor's off. Now on the third lap of this race, DRS enabled. Will Chromac leads the way. Pluto taking over that fastest lap. We're going to have a bit of three-wide action again, I think. Here comes Jab and Floyd Foley. The two MP Motorsport cars going to go side by side, but Foley has to back out of that one. Here's Jabber on the outside, though. I think Aaron got a tap from his teammate. There's a tap between Jab and Aaron, though. And we have second place Maddie trying to challenge Thrasher. Here comes Maddie trying to challenge down Will. He's got to get by Thrasher first in order to do that. Can Thrasher also hang on as well? He doesn't have the traction to do so yet out of there, but Maddie can't overtake him. Here's Jab and Aaron. Jabber on the outside this time. Aaron has to concede that place. Here comes Foley as well, the two teammates duking it out at MP Motorsport. And still, this pack of cars that Polo leads could be a good train for points, possibly. And pitting is Raptor, by the way, onto the soft tires, trying to go for a new wing change. We got the leader spun around. That's Will Chromac. He clipped a bit of curb and spun. And now Maddie challenging Thrasher for the lead. Will had his chance to lead the race, and now he's pinned it. Now it's gone back to Thrasher. Around the outside, Maddie's trying to go. He's going to have DRS here. And also a spot trade between Florian and Joseph. Down the order goes Aaron. Aaron made a mistake into Parabolica, but for this lead, we have DRS from Maddie. Maddie's gonna pull alongside Thrasher already. Into turn 1. Pluto behind, he doesn't have any DRS, so if these two battle, it can lead Pluto to DRS. And do you want a third car in this, or not? Thrasher, losing time now to Maddie Momo. Still this pack of cars into turn 1. You have Polo God, 11th place. The top 8 do get points, but with that battling up in front, we could see these guys, this train of cars, taking advantage. The two Tridents in this, and you have Surfy the Carlin as well in the split of them. But now, second place in this race. Pluto is trying to have Thrasher get attacked. Thrasher's the one who's under attack. DRS for Pluto this time. Chungus also trying to challenge and Calm. And quite the interesting top 3 if I were to tell you. Thrasher's the one who's stayed up here since the start. And he's able to stay DRS. He's able to stay close enough to Maddie to maybe make a fight. But he's not close enough to overtake him. However, Chungus is close enough to overtake Calm before Parabolica. Calm backing off. Trying to make sure Chungus does not get the DRS right there. A little bit of mind games between the two. Behind that, Florian and Aaron, both MP Motorsport cars in DRS. The Carlin of Joseph, your championship leader into this race. Chungus trying to go around the outside. Here we got Pluto trying to go around Thrasher, and Thrasher trying to go around Maddie already. Are they close enough? Not yet. Into turn 1. Chungus also getting by Calm in the background. Here comes Thrasher. He's trying to hold off Pluto while trying to catch Maddie, but Pluto, here comes the traction from Pluto. Which way does he go? Left, right, left, he goes. Around the outside. Can he complete this one? He's going to switch back, but he can't make anything of it. Thrasher protects that one. Yellow flags. But side by side into turn 4, touching wheels. Thrasher gets pinched on the inside and has to back out. Had a crash somewhere. There were yellow flags. We don't know who it was. But now, Calm and Jab challenging Chungus. Thrasher gets overtaken. He's luckily still on the podium, but 2 seconds to them these guys have. Yellow flags. That is Raptor. Already about to be lapped. Hopefully he can fix it before the feature race, which will require a pit stop from these guys. Raptor the only one who pitted so far. Now Thrasher is challenging Pluto. Matty could become our third different winner if these two keep battling. But it ain't over yet. We're about to be halfway in the sprint race as well. Thrasher waiting to get the DRS from Pluto. Raptor heading into the pit lane. We could see a retirement. Matty Mumu leaving the session! And we do see a retirement from Raptor, but Matty Mumu retiring from the leaving the session, Matty. He's gonna have to get an invite. But Pluto will take back this lead in just a moment. With Thrasher following suit. Matty lagging out. That is not good. Polo God trading spots with Blonde. JNT is falling back from that train, but from this train for the lead. How about Pluto? Hungry to overtake Matty. Can he do it? Matty's AI car is still going to pull away. Luckily for the lagged out car, he's not losing too much time, so when Matty does rejoin, Matty can at least possibly be within DRS here, but Pluto is just overtaking him. Matty's going to need another invite as well. Not good for what was our race leader, which is going to give Pluto this lead. You know, it was definitely a question. Could Pluto overtake Matty and catch him with Thrasher? Well, we won't know now. He just has been gifted that lead. Under some circumstance in Italy, Pluto just happens to have things go his way. And this time he was in position to do so. And we've got a train that goes all the way back to 7th place now. With Matty, who needed another invite. And he is rejoined. He's rejoined in front of Chungus right here. Here's Chungus. Which way does he go? He's following the slipstream. He's going to go to the right side. Joseph fastest lap. Joseph trying to challenge Calm. They're going to go side by side in the background. But how about Chungus getting ahead of Matty right there? And down the inside, you got Joseph on Calm. Joseph going a bit wide. Trying to protect this position. Calm down the inside now. Side by side. The two MP Motorsport cars also battling once again in the background. Side by side though. Calm around the outside. Joseph protecting this one. They're losing time to this train, making it now a 5-car breakaway. And now we'll have to see if Thrasher can challenge Pluto and make him under attack. Shortly, he could be out of DRS. Shortly, he could still be in it. And it looks like this time he is just in it. And Thrasher's actually pulled that gap now down between Pluto and him. With Matty lagging out here and rejoining 4th, Thrasher can see the race win right in front of him, but not so much a comfortable podium. Any mistake in these F2 cars can change anything. You can see Thrasher slipped up a bit there, lost a bit of time, 8/10 back now, with Chungus there to challenge. And I don't know who got the DRS there, but there are yellow flags in the back. That is for Rowdy TJ Boy. Here's Chungus getting ahead though. Chungus has got ahead. He's got the DRS on Pluto. And Thrasher's got the DRS on him as well. Here we go, right side. Thrasher gonna pull alongside before turn 1. They're gonna get so close to making contact. Will they even make contact by turn 1, side by side? Chungus ahead. Thrasher trying to switch back though. This is incredible from Thrasher if he could do it. Could not that time. Matty's right there to challenge now. And that podium could be slipping away. But they have to catch Pluto if they want to have a chance at this race win. Here's Matty around the outside of Thrasher. Once again, this time not for the lead. Here's Joseph there to, Jab there to challenge. Down the inside, Matty goes. He goes wide in the process. Gets the place off track. He may give it back. Yes, he does. And this time he gives it back without any contact. Matty had a jab that time. And Florian Foley and Aaron in a train with Calm also pitting as Rowdy TJ Boy may have took a little bit of damage. Lando, JNT, and Surfy in a little train of battle. Polo God and Blonde in a train of battle. Matty now trying to get on Thrasher. On lap 8 out of 11. We come to 3 laps to go this time. Oh, losing it is nearly Matty and Thrasher. And Jab will take advantage. Are they going to go 3 wide? Jab is just pushing Maddie along. Oh, backing off for a bit of DRS games. And Jab hit the back of Maddie. We've got yellow flags. That's Rowdy. And Jab getting ahead of Thrasher right there. Jab will have the DRS. Maddie won't, though. And Florian and Calm, they're side by side as well. We're going to watch that in a moment. If you could see it in the background, that'd be great. But here we go. Thrasher alongside Jab. Going to pull down the inside now. Side by side. Maddie gives him space. Thrasher on the inside for 3 wide. Couldn't do it. Joseph now trying to take advantage. Chungus trying to take advantage of the lead. The gap is now 6/10. Maddie on Jab. Can he take advantage? Into turn 4. No, he cannot. But down the inside, Joseph is going to go. Thrasher loses yet another place. And the train from Calm all the way to Will follows to 10th place. Florian Foley, our last points runner as of right now. Just action throughout the whole field at Monza. It's what we expected. But did we expect this much in the sprint race? As we're on lap 9. Chungus and DRS. He has a chance to challenge John Pluto. These two have battled on numerous occasions. Whether it's the Realistic League, open lobbies, wherever you go, you see a battle between these two. And Florian and Calm trade places. Calm is now our last points runner right now. Yellow flags, that's for Lando and JNT. They've come to collision at the end of the Lesmos. And now that's Aaron Ocon who spun on a curb at Ascari. And now for the lead. 2/10 now. The gap is shortened. And it's only these two. It'll be these two who fight it out for the lead. Where does Chungus go with the fastest lap? He's going to go to the left side. He's going to go all the way around by turn 1. If he can get ahead, that'd be great beforehand. But Pluto's going to fight this one back. Chungus ahead. Chungus staying ahead, but does Pluto switch this back? He has the traction to do so. Which way does he go? Right side, left side? Pluto going to have to go all the way around. And at the inside line for turn 4. There's almost touching between the two, but Chungus is going to hold this right side. Pluto ahead. And Lando's retired. He's got into a crash. Maybe with JNT at the pit entrance. But that is unfortunate. But Pluto has taken this lead back with Maddie and Jab challenging for the podium. Thrasher held on for a good bit, but could not hold on any longer. However, it'll be a question as we come to this final lap. How much longer can Pluto hold on? Because here comes Chungus, hungrier than ever. Can he pull left side by Ascari? No! No, he's going to have to wait for it. But through Ascari. Can't lose it on a curb this late in the race. Here comes Chungus challenging, though. Well, we see a bit of DRS mind games here, too. Chungus is now allowing it to happen. But Pluto still leads this race. Now, on to the final lap of this race. Chungus, Pluto. Which order do we finish in? DRS enabled. Chungus to the left side. Behind that, Maddie is challenging Jab. Yellow flags. But Chungus around the outside. Is he going to clear him before turn 1? He might be late on the brakes, but Chungus will have the lead. Polo God speeding in the pit lane, retiring from this race. But now Chungus has got the lead. Can he take a second sprint race victory in a row? But he's got Pluto hungrier and hungrier. Here he comes, right side. Can't make anything of it, but he's going to have to make Chungus into a mistake. And side by side between Maddie and Jeb. Could not make anything of that either. Calm and Blonde, that's for the last points position. Pluto that time was just hoping for enough traction out of the Lesmos to challenge Chungus. He's got the DRS now. He's in the different position. Here he goes around the outside at Ascari. Can he pull this off? Yes! Will Chungus have a chance to re-challenge the lead, though? Pluto sliding just a bit. And here comes Chungus for the lead once again. Who waits for the DRS this time? Chungus to the right side. Heading in a parabolica for one last time. Chungus down the inside, side by side. Hanging onto the curb and sliding will not get him the race victory. Pluto will become the third different winner in each of the 3 events so far. He wins Monza at the sprint race. What an amazing battle that was. But Pluto hung on. And Chungus, second. Jab, third. Maddie, Joseph running at the top 5. Com retired, so Blonde gets the last points. With Thrasher and Will in the points for this one. Florian, Surfy, and Aaron fight to the finish line. And now we've got J&T and Rowdy TJ Boy battling it out for the last places. What a battle! Woo! Wow. Well, we can already see some tickets being opened, but last corner, Rowdy, can he take advantage of J&T? No, he cannot. Let's see if we can get Blue Goggy and Rice to invite back. They've both got invites to the games, but here we go. On to feature race now. It was Pluto being the third different winner in the third different event. He will take that. That also means 3 different teams. Pluto and his Virtuosi car takes it. And you know after the penalty that he got in the sprint race last weekend, or sorry, the feature race, that he is more hungrier for these wins. He said all he wanted was a little bit of battling with these F2 cars, though. He got that battling, and he got more of it. From being the attacker to the defender. He will be on the top step of the podium for this sprint race. And Thrasher said he just wanted points, and he did get just that. Fastest lap that time, Gunna Chungus. Extra point for him. And I believe there was a collision between Chungus and Blonde on the, or sorry, not Chungus and Blonde, Com and Blonde on those last laps. And from 10th on the grid, Jab takes 3rd. Pluto from 9th on the grid, just like last week from Chungus, takes that spot on the top step of the podium. I guess we'll have to watch out for 9th on the grid here in the F2 cars. That seems like a common pattern. And top 8 got points. Blonde took points. Will took points. Thrasher took points. All their first points of the season, I believe. Blonde is first points in the league. And now for the pole race, we'll have Jab. And we will have some mandatory pit stops this time around as well. How about Jab on feature race pole here? A little bit different daylight, you can see. So they'll have to manage their braking just a little bit different this time. And we will pick some favorites for this feature race. We will have pit stops. What tire does everyone start on? And will we have to watch out for the reverse strategy this time around as well? Some good viewership in chat with the stream. You know, I don't see many people in the chat. So, you know, if you're watching, let us know who you're rooting for. I don't see a whole lot of people talking, but I do see a couple people who are racing in chat. Welcome along, Chungus. I saw you earlier. Thrasher as well. Good to have you. And people who don't race, good to have you as well. For the Realistic League, please watch out as well for any other information regarding this next season. Like I mentioned, we do have the 12 tracks picked, but we do not have an order for it. We also have to figure out a perfect order. Therefore, we can understand which race do we have last, which race do we have first, and which tracks more suit the car, more suit pad, more suit wheel, or a hybrid. You know, those are things we'll have to figure out, considering it is a realistic league. For those of you not aware, it is a realistic league with the fastest drivers in the slower cars and the slower drivers in the faster cars. Our new season will be starting in January. I cannot give you the time that everything will be released, but I said just watch out for 2 weeks from today. So there you go. Aaron and Will, disqualifications from the formation lap. So is Paulo God. They'll have some interesting tire attempts, to say the least, on the start. Either way, let's get over some favorites here. Jab, feature race, pole. And 2 extra points from pole position. So Jab, what can he do to retain this lead in the Prema? He starts in the mediums, and so does Pluto. Both of them are ones to watch out for. Jab challenging for a podium in the sprint race. Pluto won the sprint race. Chungus will be the first one in the soft tires. He was challenging for the sprint race victory. We'll have to watch out for him. And Joseph F1 as well on the medium tires. We'll have to watch out for him. What can he do from this position in 5th place on what is the reverse strategy? Just like we saw last time, he pulled it off. And he starts 5th, kind of where he was when he pitted last time as well. I'm also going to go with Blonde, because now in the feature race starting 6th, maybe he can show what he's capable of. That'll be interesting. Also, let's go outside the top 10. How about Paulo God in 12th? Paulo God had some pace. He just needs to avoid the trouble. And maybe with pit stops, maybe with the safety car, who knows what happens. Things can change. And lastly, I'm going to go with Surfy 15th place. He was battling it out back here. If he can avoid the trouble, he starts in the soft tires. We'll see what happens. He wants to get off those things probably as quick as he can, but time will find out. Here we go. Some disqualifications lining up in the grid, all for the feature race event. Here we go. Just waiting on the lights and just waiting on the drivers. Here we go. Revving it up. And they rev it up. And we're lights out. Away we go. Jab had a little bit of trouble off the line. Here's Pluto alongside already. And Pluto's got Maddie to follow. Pluto ahead before turn 1. Side by side behind that, though. Maddie and Jab, and also Chungus pulling alongside of Joseph, trying to block the run. And now, behind that, there's a car who gone off that was Rowdy. But now, cars ghosting inside of each other through the midfield. Pluto being challenged for this lead between Maddie and Chungus. Maddie on the inside line. Chungus already trying to pull alongside Pluto. Side by side for turn 3 and turn 4 now. In the braking zone. The first one. Who's going to break the latest? Maddie ahead. Pluto side by side with Chungus and gets pulled into the curb. And now, Chungus keeps the spot. But now, Joseph down the inside of Pluto. And Jab and Blonde side by side. Jab also side by side with Thrasher. And the soft tires will prevail off the start. It is Maddie and Chungus. And off in the DRS board is Aaron Ocon. He may have clipped it. Yellow flags at his Dark Raptor, who's been disqualified. And now Paulo God, who's been crashed at the back of the field. Lando and Rowdy, and we've got the virtual safety car. Well, that's the way we start things. Another virtual safety car to this feature event, and Paulo God just cannot have things go his way. That is unfortunate. Well, Rowdy said that should have been a safety car from the game, but fraud game. And we'll see if we can get Paulo to commentate. But Chungus already backing up this pack. It's 2-second gap between the lead. I can't believe that. Lando Norris retired in the pit lane already. He is fed up. And Rowdy might be the same way. Or might be trying to trade some tires. You know, he was already far enough back to where with this VSC, it doesn't hurt him too much. He will go onto the soft tires, though, so he will have to pit again. Green flags, here we go. A second gap between Chungus and Maddie. And Chungus has the train of 8 cars pulling along with him. Blonde and Joseph also close to one another. Will we see an overtake here? Could just be banking on it. Well, Lando is frustrated. He says he is done. That's the way he has put it. And going wide there was Aaron Ocon, J&T, and I believe Florian Foley right there. And Rowdy said the crew did not even replace his wing. Oh dear. Well, that's more trouble to his race, but positions trading behind all this. Battling Aaron Ocon, lagged out. Yellow flags to the back of this field. That is Will Cromack. And back to 6th place where we have some battling here. Late on the brakes was Joseph there for a moment. Had to go wide from it. With Aaron Ocon lagging out, we'll get him another invite. Rasher and Foley, I think they traded spots as well, it showed. It's 7th and 8th place right there. And going off there is Blonde. He has to take the access road and come back onto the track safely. Oh, he comes back right in path of Thrasher. Thrasher gonna go to the inside line. Oh, they touch. Oh, and side by side in the Lesmos, Thrasher will get ahead. But slides in the process. Blonde gonna be back at it, the challenge. Floyd Foley right there as well. Oh, they're touching on the straightaway. And more yellow flags, that's for Rowdy. But side by side between the two, Blonde is off. And he rejoins again right in the path of Thrasher. With Florian Foley now challenging Thrasher. Side by side now, Florian and Thrasher. And they've now figured out which position they want to be in as we have the battle for the podium. How about Joseph? How about Pluto? How about Jab? Joseph pulling alongside Pluto. And Joseph ahead. Behind that, Thrasher and Blonde again. Going at it. Calm and Surfy also for a position. Going at it. Now Pluto's going to try to challenge Joseph here. If they can catch up all the way to this lead. They're on the podium right now, Joseph is, with this train. But they now have to go challenge with Chungus and Maddie who've pulled away. Chungus a second behind Maddie. Maddie a second out to that lead. And now Blue Goggy has left this session. He was not able to race the sprint race, and he was not able to get in by the feature race. Here's now Florian Foley and Thrasher. Is Florian Foley going to duck out before DRS is waiting for him? Oh, he backed off right there just to make sure he'd get the DRS. And we'll have a little battle here. We'll have a little battle up in front. How about Jab? Waiting to pull alongside Pluto. How about 3 wide here? Will we see it? Yes, we will. Jab to the inside. Pluto on the far outside. And now Pluto gets the spot. Joseph trying to defend the spot with Jab. But Jab is ahead. And behind that, Florian, J&T, Thrasher. That's the order right there. Now the gap between the leaders, it is below a second, and that would put Chungus in a DRS unless there was a mistake between Maddie. That could be why the gap is down below a second. And now DRS enabled. This has allowed Blonde to be in contention for DRS in this train of cars for what is a podium. Here is Jab pulling alongside Pluto this time. On the inside line by Ascari. He is ahead. Now Pluto following suit. Is he going to have the DRS here this time? Or are they going to play a bit of mind games as well? Pluto backing off right there. He wanted to make sure he had the DRS. We've seen so many mind games there at that final corner. Constantly. Hopefully this is not a thing we see constantly next season either, but Just thought I'd put it out there. Now Pluto is ahead of Jab before DRS, but when Joseph gets to DRS, he's pulling alongside Pluto. I really confused things right there, but now Joseph has to go wide. He was gonna get 2 cars right there, but he couldn't. And now Blonde there to challenge, and Joseph on the inside of Jab for position. The 2 Red Bull sponsored cars are gonna go try to challenge Pluto here into turn 4. Can they do it? Are they gonna have to be late on the brakes? Cannot get close enough. Blonde right there to follow as well. Pluto staying ahead. And Thrasher and J&T, they also trade positions as well. That's for a points position. But Pluto leading this train. Joseph F1 and Jab to follow. Here's Jab now. Can Jab get close enough? Well, Joseph's getting closer before Ascari. Inside line. Side by side, he has to make Pluto think. And for this lead, it's just getting closer. We can see it up in front. Chungus not close enough. But here is Joseph to the left side. Will we see some DRS games once again? Joseph will be content with getting ahead there. And Pluto almost gets in the path of Jab as Jab has to run wide. Blonde will take the spot before the lead. Here we go. Chungus alongside already. This is before turn 1. He's got ahead. But this pack of cars, they're hungrier too to trade spots. How about 2 by 2? Pluto ahead. And also, Blonde trying to get ahead of Jab, and Jab on that inside line. Blonde gonna go around the outside, side by side. Rasher, J&T, they trade spots in the background as well, but Blonde hold the place over Jab. And the question could be, when will we see pit stops? When will they come? And especially for these medium runners, you don't want to come too late, but you don't want to come too early. And with the soft runners, you don't want to overextend either. But Maddie is now putting the pressure on Chungus as they've got the 5-second gap that they have. And these two, who fought it out last week in the sprint race, will fight it out this week in the feature. Maddie could make 4 different winners in 4 different events. It's a matter of what happens now in the second half of this race. And how much does it change things? Blonde, Jab, following Joseph to catch Pluto and to maybe make a difference for that podium spot. Pitting is Maddie. He is the first of the drivers to pit, and he's going for the undercut now. How about Joseph? He's got to run on Pluto. Which way is he gonna go? Right side this time. He's gonna have the inside line for turn 1, but be on that outside line for turn 2. He can't make anything of that. He's gonna have Blonde a challenge. They make contact. And now side by side. The slipstream is so powerful to the point where they could go alongside Pluto here and have a chance in a turn 4. Breaking late was Pluto. Contact between the two. And Joseph will lose a place now. It's Blonde to challenge. He's the second car in line. And side by side, how about Thrasher and J&T? The Trident versus the High Tech. This is for 7th place in that P8. And Will Chromac pits as well. Maddie came out of the pit lane completely out of harm's way and not anywhere near traffic. How about Jab and Joseph now? Side by side. Joseph ahead. And now Chungus, it's going to be down to him when he wants to pit. Here's Blonde as well. Which way is he going to go in Pluto? And does DRS games get played again? He's not fully on the throttle. You can see Pluto either is backing off trying to get the DRS, or he's not fast enough with Blonde having enough slipstream. Chungus is into the pit lane. So now the soft runners have pitted, and here is Jab going early for the soft tires. It'll be a matter of where they come out. We'll watch out for it. But here is Blonde on the lead for from Pluto, and Joseph there to follow suit. Thrasher also pitting on the medium tires for softs. They're going early. So is J&T. Blonde, now having to defend the lead. Leading his first lap. Here's Pluto on the inside line. Look at the defense right there. Can Pluto brake late enough to keep this lead now? He's got it. Blonde had to pull wide with Joseph there to challenge. How about coming out of the pit lane? Maddie is far ahead of the rest, but Chungus ahead of Maddie. And that is a 7-second gap with that undercut. Rasher, by the way, he picked up a 5-second penalty. That was for speeding in the pit lane. That will hinder his race, for sure. Surfy, where he comes out, is right near Com, Thrasher, and J&T. A little train for points-paying positions. That's quite neat to say so far. But now the net lead, Chungus and Maddie. 6th and 7th. What will be 1 and 2 in a moment. We didn't check the positions gained at the start of the race, but I can tell you right now, these drivers are doing everything they can to gain any positions left with this race. How about Pluto ducking to the right side? Pitting right now. Blonde having to avoid running the back of him, but Pluto gets a speeding penalty from it. Does Blonde too? No, it's just Pluto. Blonde tapped him into the pit lane and now causes him to get a speeding penalty. Oh, you know Pluto will not be happy about that one. And soft tires going on Pluto, Blonde, and Joseph's car. And Blonde gets ahead of Pluto from all that. And how about Maddie? Fastest lap now. For the lead, for what is going to be the net lead. Maddie had to think about it. Couldn't make a move on Chungus. Maddie knows he wants to get this move done cleanly and fairly. And how about Jeb, who already pitted? Going to go around the outside of these guys. Blonde defending. We could see Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton. They come to collision! Just as I said, we could see it, and we've seen it happen. And there you go. Pluto takes a position, takes another position. And Joseph takes 2 as well. Oh, I just saw it happening. Blonde defended right there, and it's caused collision. Pluto and Joseph side by side right here, doing everything they can to try to battle it out for what they know will be a podium, unless something happens to Maddie and Chungus. They've pulled a big enough gap to where I don't even think anybody could catch them. They need mistakes to happen in order for them to be caught. And now, Pluto ducking out on Joseph. Jab waiting in the wings. Pluto braking late and gonna get ahead. Lauren Foley, your race leader, pits. But where does he come out? What an incredible turn of events with the way this has gone. Good and bad. Maddie, fastest lap now. A 30.8. Here's the battle for the lead. Does he pull alongside Chungus this time into turn 1? No, he's going to think of it. And Florian is going to come out behind this train. Not too far behind the train, but maybe ahead of Surfy here. And ahead of that, Pluto on Joseph. Joseph staying ahead. And Pluto challenging. Blonde spun, and he, when he spun, he's got so far behind the train that he's been put out of DRS now for 6th place. And it's still in points. Positions are JNC, Thrasher, Surfy. They'll have points by the end of this. More points on offer for the feature race. We'll see who comes out on top leading the points after this one. The battle for the lead still heating up on lap 11 out of 15. And now here comes Pluto on Joseph. The Joe and Joe battle. And now we've got yellow flags there. That is for Surfy. I think. Someone was causing yellow flags there, but Pluto had to back off to not hit Joseph, and now he's got Jeb for company as well. For position. And this has put Blonde back into DRS, who collided there with Jab. And now Jab trying to look to the inside of Pluto before the DRS detection point. Couldn't do anything from it. Yellow flags. We've got Rowdy, who's got into some sort of trouble at turn 1. And now Maddie has to back off at Chungus. The battle for 3rd place continues while Blonde takes the fastest lap right here. Here's Pluto on the inside line. Joseph gonna go around the outside. Oh, side by side. And very, very close to touching. How about Jab pulling alongside, though? Joseph couldn't get the traction. Jab did it. And Jab made the move. And now Joseph, can he go down the inside? Yes, he will. He will try it at least. And Jab gets ahead. And Joseph trying to switch this back. He gets the spot, but he's going to be side by side on the Lesmos. Can't guarantee he's ahead yet. Side by side, pinching. Oh, they touch again. And side by side off the second Lesmo. Jab has to back out of that one. Here's Blonde taking his spot. And now Joseph losing a second to Pluto. He's not out of DRS, but he's got Blonde for company as well again. JNT and Thrasher. JNT pulling alongside. Gets the place. Can he get it done, though? Oh, they touch! And JNT slides! And gets ahead! Unbelievable! But he loses the place. How did they do that? Up in front of that. Jab, Blonde, Joseph. All on a train of cars. Joseph losing DRS. Before turn 1, Matty cannot get the move on Chungus. But will that desperation kick in? Here is Blonde pulling to the inside. For position. And now, they're going to be on the run to catch Pluto for DRS. JNT and Thrasher once again side by side. You know, they both have penalties. They'll try to get the penalties appealed. Thrasher's was for speeding, though. JNT's was for corner cutting. I could not believe that. And now Blonde, Joseph side by side. Blonde getting ahead. He has to go run down Pluto now. He's a second back. Thrasher, JNT trading more spots. Matty close enough to Chungus to where he's still in DRS, but can he make a move yet? Got a lap car up there. That is Rowdy TJ Boy, but now Blonde and Joseph. Blonde gets ahead. And now they gotta go run down Pluto for this podium for the last 2 laps if they want to have a chance. Going wide there was Florian Foley. Trying to make everything of the track that he can. Look at the slipstream. It is so overpowered in these cars. Joseph following suit, trying to catch Blonde, who can't catch Pluto yet for DRS. For the lead, though. Which way does Matty go? He's going to go around the outside this time. Chungus leaves the door open, but he brakes late. And he can't make anything of it. Joseph ahead of Blonde. 9 seconds that gap is to Matty and Chungus. You know that top 2 is guaranteed in the order it is, or at least in one of the orders it is. But now the battle, or the bigger battle behind, is for third. Pluto's got it comfortably so far. It's a matter of can he hang on to it. Calm, Pitts, Aaron and Surfy battling it out. Surfy gets ahead. And they are trying to battle to catch Will Cromack for some points. And now Joseph F1 just so close to Pluto for DRS. Not yet in it. Yellow flags. That time is for JNT. And that is exactly why that Aaron and Surfy battle was so important, because now that's put Surfy in the points. DRS for Joseph. We're about to enter lap 15 out of 15 here. And now for your lead, can Matty make anything of Chungus? Chungus in prime position for 2 wins. 1 in the feature, 1 in the sprint. But the moment right now is for the feature. And Matty is in DRS, 4/10 back. Can he pull alongside it? Does he have enough? Chungus defending the inside line all he can, but Matty's going to go around the outside. Oh, Chungus breaks late, but Matty will go around the outside, and this time, they touch! They collide! And Chungus is ahead from all of that! Did that just seal the deal? And did Chungus give enough room to Matty? The gap is now down to 5 seconds. So any sort of penalty for Chungus, if it's a 5-second penalty, if he makes any sort of mistake from here, it could definitely change it. By the way, Pluto had that 5-second penalty from the pit lane. We'll have to watch out if that makes a difference. But right now, the podium spot would go to Joseph if that penalty does not get overturned. You know Pluto will be fighting for that to be overturned and saying, I got hit from behind, it's shown on stream. Joseph now to the inside line. Can he do it? Don't know. Yellow flag, that is for Aaron Ocon. Can Joseph pull alongside Pluto here into the final corner? We're going to have to switch back to the race leaders for a moment. As we head to the final corner, Chungus is going to take victory number 2. He had to have contact with Matty to do it, but he will dance his way to victory in the Italy feature race. And on the line, Joseph, Pluto, Blonde, Joseph will get the last place on the podium. And with Matty, second place as well. Blonde, Jab, then Pluto. But Pluto could be appealing that 5-second. Either way, will not matter for third place, but will matter for fourth. Rasher, unserved penalty. He still takes points. Surfy takes the last points place over Rasher, over J&T. And Will also in the points as well as Foley. We will invite Joseph and Maddie for some post-race interviews. And let's get them in here for some post-race interviews. Why not? And Com just stopping right on the line and gets across it. And we're just running now in Rowdy. Well, we've got Maddie who's joined us, and we will have Joseph who joined us in just a moment. Yes, he does. There he is. And we'll just wait on results to show up, and then we'll talk to our post-race interviewers. Interviewees, interviewers, I don't know. Who cares? Welcome along, guys.
Hello.
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 Well, backwards across the line. There you go. We'll talk to you guys in just a moment. I'm just waiting for results to come up, and we'll have who the championship leader is. Pending appeals, pending pens, because I know there could be some submitted. That's for sure. All right. F2 driver standings. That sheet is pulled up. All right, results for the weekend. Chungus, 34 points. Maddie, 23. And I believe we'll have Chungus leading the points, pending pens. Just thought I'd put that out there. And 10 drivers scored points. All right, let's get talking to you guys. Joseph, you finished third there in the feature event. talk us through your battling. Talk us through your race. How did you enjoy it? And did you feel each of those battles were clean?
Um, yes. I mean, I tried the alternate strategy like I did last week. Clearly not as powerful. We'd lost um so much time in the first. We've had to battle it amongst ourselves. I think there was a moment where Blonde and Jab touched coming out of the pit lane. It was very reminiscent of the Hamilton Verstappen situation. I was able to get through because I think I could have been in a bit of trouble if that didn't happen. But yeah, all the battles are
Right.
clean, especially the race to the line. If Blonde wants to say that, oh, we were trying to catch up, stop battling, 10 seconds we were never going to catch. Might as well make a race out of it, and it was a good one.
Yeah, most definitely. And pending if Chungus gets any post race penalties, or even if he does or doesn't, you've now had the points they taken from you. I believe you're still either second or third. How do you feel from it all? I mean, F2 cars look very comfortable for you, and does this kind of help you for the realistic season of season four? Get used to racing everybody and get used to um, I guess trying to fight back for a brand new season coming up upon us in January.
Um, about the points lead, I mean, I'm not too bothered. It's just
Yeah.
the sprint races is where I've lost out because 2 weeks in a row I've been tagged. No fault of my own, that sort of thing. And I
Yeah.
had to fight back through. And I know I had the pace to go and win those events because I was starting in good positions. But yeah, that's completely unfortunate. But I just know that I've got to score the points in the feature to back it up. Um, but the off season, I mean, it's completely different, isn't it? Smaller cars, um, lack of strategy in comparison to the F1. Obviously, you've got the ERS to think about, and you've got the high chances of safety cars. Whereas in F2, we don't really have as much stop start. Um, but no, it's great to keep racing everybody. I know we've still got more weeks of this before Christmas. Um,
Yeah.
and there's a championship on the line for it. So yeah.
Yeah, that's always a bit of fun. And speaking of a bit of fun, we got Belgium next week. What are you gonna expect there?
Uh, I don't know. Chaos probably. Um, I feel like some of the drivers weren't able to really master the chicanes and those sorts of corners with the difficult curbs. Belgium is going to be like that. There'll be quite a few spins which you've just got to navigate. Just try and keep your head cool. And again, we'll have that DRS race certainly into Radion and then Les Combes as well.
Congratulations on your P3 finish.
Thank you.
And Maddie, on to you now. It was second place again against Chungus. Talk me through the battling. Did you feel it was clean? Did you feel he was at fault at turn two? And will you be reporting it? Tell me about it.
Well, overall, I was glad that the strategy paid out, and well, I'd like to have had been the only one on that strategy, but it's fine because it meant that we could pull away, DRSing each other and stuff, which gave us like an 8 second after all of the pit stops were done, which is quite nice. And then I I tried not to battle him so that we weren't holding each other up until the final lap, where of course I was like, right, let's try it, see what happens. So I go to the outside of turn one. He brakes very late. So I switch back to turn two, go on the outside, and then before I know it, I'm just in the gravel and I just can't turn left because he's hitting me. And I don't know if it was a contact thing, but yeah, I feel like I have to report that one, even if even if I didn't do anything wrong, just because there might be a win up for grabs. So we'll see.
Yeah, most definitely. And there's a lot of points up for grabs. Last week you were tied second most points of the weekend, and this week second most points of the weekend. How do you feel about it all? I mean, is this consistency going to be enough for you to challenge for the championship by the final round, do you feel like? And be comfortably in contention too.
Well, sprint race was annoying because I was leading that, and then obviously I lagged out. Don't know how, but it happened, and then I cancelled the first invite, of course, because I was so desperate. So I rejoined whilst being overtaken in fourth, ended that race in fifth, I think. So that wasn't great. And yeah, of course, I will need to win races at some point. But the consistent podiums are obviously going to help, like, contribute to the tally whilst everyone else is messing around. If I keep getting consistent 10, 12, 15, 18 points, then hopefully it might be a good thing when it comes to the final round of the season.
Your brother also just invited me to play Gang Beast. Speaking of gangs, did you feel like you were getting ganged up on whenever you lagged out? Because you were in a big train of cars. That would have been a lot different if you um, had the lead and not lagged out. Do you feel like that would have made the difference in maybe you having the championship lead after this weekend or not?
It depends what the current situation is, but obviously, I think how many points did I get? 5 for fifth place or something. But I think I could have fought for the win with Pluto and Chungus, but in
I can tell if you cut out there. Did you cut out, or were you done? What you said? Yeah, what's going on?
Don't know.
He's connecting.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, might need to send him another invite. I was gonna ask him about Belgium, and then leave it off at there, but let's see if he connects back. He's still connecting. Let's see if I could send him another invite. If that is what I do need to do. Because he is still stuck on connecting. Oh, we'll give Maddie one more invite. Here he is. Does he connect though? That will be the question. Maddie, is he there? No, he's still connecting. Let me invite him one more time. Let's try this one more time. Let's see if he joins. Let me ask him if he's gonna join back. We'll see. All right, so Maddie says he's trying to join back, but it doesn't want to cooperate by the looks of it. So we're going to end off here. Next week is the F2 event for round 3 at Belgium. Next week, Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. UK. I'm your commentator, Ryan Ocon31. And join us then for another F2 event for the other half of our season. Enjoy.